Is there a way to divorce gracefully? No. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I think like if you were raised in like the royal family or people who keep everything inside and don't talk about anything, probably. I unfortunately was not one of those people. And so I'm here to uh, tell those of you who are maybe going through a divorce or separation or a big breakup, give yourself some grace. You're going to go through a lot of different emotions, and you're going to just sometimes just feel like crap or get mad or have an outburst. And but the one thing that I will tell you is do things that are going to make you healthy. In my experience, one of the I, when I would have my biggest outburst and tell my ex off and tell everybody what I thought of the situation, and I actually ended up feeling really empty inside and didn't, I don't know, I didn't feel that great. And I'm not saying like keep your composure and don't go telling anybody, because I hated that advice too. Like when people were like, don't tell everybody your business. I probably told more people than I should have about my business, but that's who I was. And I think the reality is we have to talk and we have to let things out sometimes. But my point is give yourself some grace. Do things that are going to be healthy for you. When I was first going through my divorce, I literally made myself go 1 year without drinking. That's not to pat me on the back and say that's what you need to do. I needed to do that because I knew once I had one too many margaritas, like I'll just get pissed thinking about that divorce. So, that's my journey. So if there's things that trigger you, even when you're not going through something bad, like maybe think about eliminating some of that stuff. Or if there's friends you hang out with that they like encourage you to get pissed off, like maybe don't hang out with them as much. So my point is like do things that make you healthy, whether that's whatever. I'm not gonna go through all the cheesy stuff because like even when I did yoga, I would get mad because I had to go through an hour of doing all these motions, and then it would just give me more time to think about it and get pissed off. So do things that make you happy. Do things that are gonna be healthy for you. Do things that are gonna be, if you have children, do things that are gonna be healthy for you and your children, because if you're not in your right mental state, it's gonna be harder for you to be a good parent. And when you're going through something as traumatic and as big, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing of a divorce, we're already having to fake it mentally with our kids. Like, don't do things that are going to enhance how mad you get or how worked up you get, because all of that is just going to come naturally. So I hope this encourages some of you just to take some deep breaths. Know that if you did have an outburst, if you did make a mistake, if you did say some stuff you shouldn't have said, you know what? It's all right. Like, it happens and it's going to happen. And I can tell you, being 3 years into my divorce, and I used to hate when people would say, it just takes time, but it does just take time. And it's just day to day. And one of the best things I ever heard was the one thing that we have assurance on is that the sun will be up the next day and tomorrow will be a new day. And there were many days I could have just been in bed by noon and I was just waiting for the next day because I needed that new day. But it's going to be okay. Keep plowing through. You're going to do fine. And thanks for checking in.